Noctus has seen some dark, heavy things in his life. Once upon a time, he was serving our country and our armed forces, and maybe didn't exactly agree with the marching orders, didn't exactly agree with the cause that he was put on. And Noctus wants to come back and transfer that darkness into the light. And that's really the description of Noctus. He wants to take the combat skills, the mentality he learned over there, and use it for something positive, that being an inspirational, superheroic professional wrestling persona to be somebody positive for the kids to look up to.
How much did he pay you to say that? $8.
Who is John Rodin? And that's a question that I'm asked many times by many people, and I really don't have a great answer, because the man formerly known as Matt Segaris has completely transformed himself. He has cut, it's got to be at least 50 pounds. He's rededicated himself to the gym, rededicated himself to his career. I believe he attended a Harley race school camp over the past number of months. And John Rodin has completely changed his outlook on life and wrestling. And anytime I ask him, what's the story of John Rodin? Who is John Rodin? He just gives me a look and walks away. And he's that serious. He don't want to talk about it. He just wants to be about it.
First of all, that sounds like a line from a 90s hip-hop R&B song. So hopefully you don't bust out a freestyle here. It'd be greatly appreciated if we can avoid that. But my question is, the handshake. See, that's not what this man was about. This man was a stick-to-itiveness, smack you around a little bit. Now he's out here shaking hands, people are cheering for him. I don't like it. There, I said it.
You don't like what?
The handshaking and the slapping and people cheering. I don't like it.
You just don't like when people are happy.
I'm happy. I'm always happy. You see this face? This is a happy face.
You don't look happy or sound happy. Noctus, tough to read his moods based on that mask, but we saw him one-on-one at Cage Fury with Brian Bowers. Good showing for himself, and looking good here against John Rodin. Who is John Rodin to you, BC Steel? Nice headset.
I will say, he's definitely a man that, as you mentioned, he has gotten in quite possibly the best shape of his life. You know, going to a Harley race camp, obviously that's going to increase your skills, your repertoire, and yourself as a professional wrestler.
Look at Noctus! Rodin out of the way. Rodin catches the foot. Oh, Noctus landed hard on that shoulder, the edge of the ring frame. That's the hardest part of the wrestling ring, as you well know.
Well, I'm hoping that aggressive streak that we've seen in him is still there, but I could ask a question. This is bothering me. Why is Noctus wearing a mask? Is he that ugly?
I just explained all of that at the top of the segment, and you told me that I got bought off to say.
It was on my BlackBerry. I wasn't paying attention. People still use those, right?
As much as they use 90s R&B references, yes.
Well, you know what? I guess this is the return of the mask then. So, but a man in a mask, you can't trust a man in a mask. He's hiding something. Maybe he
wants to change his identity because he's not proud of the things he had to do during wartime.
He's an ugly man, is what I'm hearing. I mean, Joe,
I don't say anything about his looks. I never seen him without his mask.
Well, look around this place. I mean, if we're going to go on that, a lot of these people here should be wearing masks. Maybe two or three.
I am selling some on merchandise table, but that's not nice.
Wow, what a cheap shield that was.
John Rodin, hammerlock slam. Rodin has zeroed in as he finds two there. He zeroed in on the damage done, the opportunity created, thanks to the landing on the arm and shoulder on the ring frame, and Rodin's had tunnel vision.
Well, Rodin, the one knock that you could put on him before was sometimes he would lose focus depending on whatever the issue was, maybe his opponent, but he seems to really have a game plan going, and that's what he's sticking to right now. Now we'll have to see what happens.
Rodin breaks before 5. And yeah, I agree with you. The focus is better than ever. Formerly one half of Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, they could never really get the job done. They could never capture the tag team titles or win that big main event. And only this reversal and knocked the set up and over. But John Rodin has shown me he's got the tools to go far if he can continue. But Noctus, you can't underestimate him as well.
Well, see, if I were one of these men, You know what I'd do?
Oh, jeez, Noctus. Shades of low-key and CJ Sensation by Noctus. Sunset flip coming.
There's a very, almost a 90s reference, actually.
Not an R&B song.
No, not an R&B. At least not that I know of.
But I'll tell you what, Rodin is focusing right back on that arm again.
Well, I'll give him credit. That's a smart move. You know, shades of the Andersons. You pick a body part, you work on it, and you completely weaken an individual.
Are you going to compare everybody on the show to Arn Anderson?
I might. I love Arn Anderson. Matter of fact, I'm going to call him later.
I'm sure you will.
You know, we're going to see an Arn Anderson like beat down later when we got Chris LaRusso and Buck Nasty out here.
Is that so?
Yes. So I'd be like a J.J. Dillon. Or maybe an Arn Anderson with 2 other Arn Andersons. Be that as it may, I can tell you.
You just compared your group to 3 Arn Andersons.
Absolutely. The best group ever. But what I would do is if I were one of these men.
Oh, gosh. You might rethink that one.
Is you turn the ref, and you know, it's right between the inner thighs.
Oh, get out of here.
Well, here, I'd like to show you. It's just an open fist.
Get away from me.
I'm trying to demonstrate. So you
Rodin
can
in a
feel.
bad part of town here. Hard landing in the corner as Noctus now beginning to mount the offensive. Rodin, he's rubber-legged. He's not been able to get back on track.
And I'll tell you, Noctus really connected full force with that shot.
Ooh. Side suplex, but you see the damage done to the shoulder. Noctus takes a few extra seconds, and that could have been the difference as Rodin gets out just before 3.
You know, I got to tell you, this might be the most impressive showing I've seen of Noctus as well. Both of these men seem really focused. And I'll tell you, a win tonight could really get them on the right path as far as their career goes.
Sure, absolutely could.
You just agreed. That's not good.
Call it. 2-0. I thought you were going to say Arn Anderson's spine buster.
Well, I was going to, but I wanted to see if that was going to be the 3 count.
Well, you can still talk. You're here to talk about it. You could have mentioned that.
I was thinking about Arn Anderson.
Rodin seems insulted that Noctus has mounted this kind of an offensive.
See, and this is what I talked about before. Rodin would get frustrated at certain points, and then he would lose his cool, lose his composure, and that would sometimes be to his detriment, and that might be what we're seeing right
Look
here.
at Noctus firing away. This kid's got some heart. Oh. Rodin's got a boot.
Well, I believe a boot trumps heart.
Oh, shoulder first again. And Rodin, right to that part of the body, maybe trying to separate the shoulder here.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, when you have that arm behind you, you may not think much of it, but when it's being wrenched, and also he's got the neck, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it's a submission move here. He's wrenching back on that neck, pulling at the shoulder.
And with what we saw earlier on Noctus' shoulder, I don't know how much more he's got left in him.
Noctus may have just passed out. Noctus passed out from the pain. John Rodin. Submission attempt. Noctus, I'll give him credit for not giving up, but man, the body gave out. John Rodin, another impressive showing here in IWC Wrestling.
Definitely might be the most impressive matchup I've seen from him. I'll give credit.
Most improved of 2016, do you think?
You know, I might have to go that route. If we're talking just body transformation alone, absolutely. But that was an impressive win. And as I mentioned earlier, he didn't lose his cool.
What's next for the man known as John Rodin?